It shouldn't be surprising from the name Central Asia that this region lies in the middle of the continent of Asia. All of the countries in this region are landlocked. Landlocked means that they are completely surrounded by land with no direct access to the ocean. This is just one challenge that faces the countries of Central Asia. Central Asia has a rugged landscape. In the south, many high mountain ranges stretch throughout the countries of Afghanistan, Tajikistan, and Kyrgyzstan. Large glaciers are common in the high mountains, such as the Pamirs or the Hindu Kush. Like its landlocked location, Central Asia's rugged terrain presents a challenge for this region. Throughout history, the mountains have made travel and communication difficult and have contributed to the region being isolated from the outside world. In addition, there's much tectonic activity in this region which causes frequent earthquakes. Stretching west from the mountains which are in the east, the land gradually slopes. There, near the Caspian Sea, the land is low, and it's often below sea level. The central part of the region is plains, between the mountains of the Caspian Sea and the low plateaus. The plains region is the site of the fertile Fergana Valley. This large valley has been a major center of farming in the region for thousands of years. The Fergana Valley is fertile because the two rivers that flow through it, the Surdura and the Umadura. These rivers flow from the eastern mountains into the Aral Sea, which is really just a large lake. Another lake, Lake Balkhash, has fresh water at one end and salty water at the other end. Most places in Central Asia have harsh, dry climates. This is because extreme temperature ranges limit the rainfall and make it difficult for plants to grow there. One area with this harsh climate is the mountains in the east. The high peaks in this area are too cold, too dry, and too windy for vegetation. West of the mountains and east of the Caspian Sea, there's another harsh region. Two deserts, the Karakum in Turkmenistan and the Kizilkum in Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan, have extremely high temperatures in the summer. Rainfall is limited, though both deserts contain several settlements. Rivers cross this dry region, making settlement possible because they provide water for irrigation. Irrigation is a way of supplying water to an area of land. The only part of Central Asia with a milder climate is the far north. There, temperature ranges are not so extreme, and rainfall is heavy enough for the grasses and trees to grow. Something ironic is happening in Central Asia. Although the countries are rich in oil and other important resources, water seems to be the most valuable. The main water sources in southern Central Asia are the Sirdara and Amundara rivers. Since water is so scarce there, different ideas over how to use the water from these rivers have led to conflict between Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan. Today, farmers use the river mostly to irrigate their cotton fields. Cotton grows well in Central Asia's sunny and hot climate, but it requires a lot of water. Irrigation has taken so much water from these rivers that almost no water reaches its final destination in the Aral Sea. The effect of this irrigation has been devastating to the Aral Sea. It has lost more than 75% of its water since 1960. Large areas of the seafloor are now exposed. Not only that, in addition to losing water to irrigation, we're seeing water being lost to the building of hydroelectric dams to power modern settlements in Central Asia. If this pattern continues, it's likely that the scarcity of water will increase, and conflict over its usage and its availability will also increase. Likely, it's oil and gas that present the best economic opportunities for Central Asia. Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and Turkmenistan all have huge reserves of oil and natural gas. But these reserves cannot benefit the countries of Central Asia unless they can get out of Central Asia. Since no country in the region has an ocean port, the only way to transport this oil and gas is through pipelines. But the rugged mountains, along with the economic and political turmoil in the region, make building and maintaining pipelines almost impossible. In addition to oil and gas, some parts of Central Asia are rich in other minerals. Gold, silver, copper, zinc, uranium, lead, and more are all found throughout this region. However, they struggle with the same difficulties of getting these resources out and creating an effective trade partnership with countries outside of this region.